guys. Look, I just wanted to tap in really quick. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is it's about to be a white boy summer. You know, take it how you want. I'm not talking about like Trump, NASCAR type white. I'm talking about me, John B, Jack Harlow type white boy summer. You know what I mean? Let me know if you guys can vibe with that and get ready. Because I am.
Hello, 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 guys. It is Lex's Exodus, leader of the Black Women Exodus. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. Like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please, also, if you enjoyed this, comment in the comment section or in the chat. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Y'all, it be so lit down there, and I love engaging with y'all in the conversation. I will say, though, I may have to start making moderators because I did see the other day that our premiere was invaded by a few Beckys and a Tyrone. And I can't have the distractions. It's one thing to, do that in the comment section. But when we are, discussing, elevating, leveling up, when we're discussing divesting, when we're discussing making good choices for Black women, we do not need to be inundated and harassed with comments from Becky. So let me know if you want to be a moderator, because I don't want to ban Black people. But yeah, that is unacceptable. So, so this is going to be another installment of my daily series called the Blackistan Zoo that premieres Monday through Friday at 6:30 ET, where we profile the animals, monsters, derelicts, and other creatures often found in Blackistan. So I am really enjoying this series based off of the feedback. It seems like you guys are too. And I'm having so much fun with you guys. Before we get started, there are a few that I want to do on women. But I'm on the fence about doing it just because I don't want to offend anyone. I know that the mammies we don't give a fuck about. So we did one on them. But I wanted to do one, for example, on biracial women or racially ambiguous women, but I don't want to alienate anyone. I don't know if I have fan base that include that demo. I don't know. I know that there are some biracial women, though, who identify as Black and who were also in Blackistan, but they understand divestment and support the movement because they may have been traumatized by NAPE, or they may have had been fathered by, a dysfunctional Tyrone who caused them and led them to the divestment movement. So I don't know. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. I'm still on the fence. I don't want to offend anyone who's a divester, who's a supporter. So anyway, let's get down to business. So today's episode will be on the broken buck in Blackistan. So disclaimer, this one is not going to be for the faint of heart. If you are particularly sensitive to sexual content or explicit content like that, I don't know that this one is for you, because this is going to be a rough one. So just putting that out there. So let's get into the profile of your broken buck, and then we'll talk through a few stories. So their physical appearance. So these bucks have limp wrists. They are loose booty hoes. This is why oftentimes they'll have skid marks and dookie stains in their drawers and their underwear. These are men who appear to look very masculine. So he may work out a lot. He may have like really big muscles and be tall or a bigger guy and have a beard. And this is because, they overcompensate with bravado and with this macho man persona. They'll get like tattoos and things like that. And that's because they're closeted gay men. And they're really pansies on the inside. So let's talk about their behavior. So they're usually publicly married or have girlfriends. So they'll have wives and girlfriends. We call them beards, but they busting it open secretly to other nakers. And it really gets disgusting. So you have to really beware of this animal. They live secret lives. The telltale sign of a buck is he hates women, and he has like this strange hatred and bitterness and vitriol towards women. And usually it's just because they want to be a woman, and he wants access to the men that you have access to, ladies. So when we think of a Kevin Samuel or a Tommy Sodomizer, this is your telltale classic prototype of a broken buck. They hate women because they want to be women. They'll berate your image. They'll do anything to denigrate you. They'll say you're ugly. They'll say you're loud, you're masculine, anything. Sometimes they'll even say you stink, you smell like fish. Really anything to lower your image in the eyes of other groups of men. They oftentimes are very homophobic, and again, it's that projecting. So they want to live their best lives openly gay, but they're too scared to do so, so they hate openly gay men. So let's get into our first story. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to talk through some notable Naker bucks. So Andrew Gilliam, he's the politician who was married, had children, and then next thing you know, he's caught in a hotel room, drugs, alcohol, because he wanted to get fucked in the ass by a dude. Same thing with Young Buck. He's been exposed several times for messing with transsexuals. Will Smith, there's rumors that he's a buck and he falls in this category. Eddie Murphy, a lot of these young rappers too. So like Lil Yachty, I know I can't keep up with them, but these ugly, disgusting looking nakers, they're bucks. And Young Thug is a classic case of when they'll like paint their nails and shit and wear dresses, but claim that they're straight. So let's get into our first story of your buck. So this one is about an ATL rapper who got exposed for being DL, and some videos are circulating throughout the internet of him busting it open, him twerking and shit to Cardi B. So first, let's look at his profile. So see, this is like your classic prototype of the buck, very masculine presenting. He has the tattoos, he has the jewelry, the fancy cars, he's flashy with money, guns. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if a lot of his music includes him talking and detailing encounters with women, and he probably talks about hoes and bitches and this macho male persona. Well, fast forward to recently, this video has gone viral of him busting it open on the internet. So I'm telling y'all, trigger warning. This stuff is disturbing, but we need to expose these bucks. So let's see what we have here. Ew. Look, his booty hole is wide. He's sticking something up there. Oh my Lord. Okay. So we see this buck busting it wide open, inviting Brad, inviting other nakers to penetrate him. There's also some text circulating the internet where apparently he was selling these videos. So here he is negotiating pricing to sell one of these nasty videos for $25. I wish I could play this, but this is just a screenshot picture. And just like a naker, when confronted about this, he lies, deny. So here's his response.
Anyway, all the gay jokes and all that shit. Cool. I know what the fuck I got going on. Nigga, that video, them videos old as fuck. Like 4 years ago, that nigga about 18. Trick. Young as fuck, broke his hair. Catfish, really. A bitch. Come in with DM. You know what I'm saying? Saying she gonna pay me to do this and do that. And you feel me? Didn't even know no other shit behind this shit. You can
Okay.
pretty much, you feel me? That's why she was in the videos, and because she knew what was going on.
Okay. So he's talking about he's not gay, and he's getting dragged right now because he put on this persona. He presents himself as this thug, but he really likes to bend it over and bust it open. Yeah, he's talking about he's not gay, but we know that clearly he's gay. Straight men are not twerking to Cardi B. Straight men aren't opening up their butt. Straight men don't have wide, gaping buttholes. This man likes to be penetrated. He's gay, so I'm not sure why he's pretending like he's not. And he mentioned selling the videos to a girl. Women don't like that type of shit. Women don't want to see your ass. So I know most of my friends get annoyed over dick pics. So we definitely don't want to see your butthole. He was trying to appeal to other gay men. So I don't know. He's gay, or at the very least he's gay for pay, meaning that he's willing to do anything for some money. And I'll never forget my ex when I was back in Blackistan years ago. I dated this aspiring rapper. And Lord Jesus, thank God I got out of that situation unscathed, because he's still a struggle rapper till this day. And we in our 30s and he's still pursuing a rap career. But I'll never forget us having a conversation where he said he would go gay for $1 million. And he would say verbatim, I can buy another butthole. And he would think that shit was funny as a joke, where I was disgusted. Like, okay, so that just means that anybody with enough money and resources, you willing to pop your pussy. So, and I'm not surprised. This is in Atlanta too. This rapper is. So I'm not surprised. We know that that's the land of milk and honey for these bucks. So I'm not surprised. I really do think that there's probably tons of these rappers who are talentless, who can't rap, who are ugly and hideous. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them fucked some of these producers and some of these record label execs to get their come up. So. Okay, let's go to our next post. So here's another one. It's a little bit disturbing. I'll try my best to censor this. I have to abide by YouTube guidelines, but I want you guys to see this. So what we're watching is another buck getting penetrated by a transsexual. So you see he's muscular. You see he's chocolate tone. He fits that prototype that you guys love. Oh, he's chocolate. Oh, he has white teeth and a pretty smile. Well, guess what? He's getting fucked. And this transsexual is actually very pretty. Typically, they aren't. These men will sleep with anything. But yeah, this is a disturbing type of people that you'll meet in Blackistan. So this is just another illustration. Divest or die, because I bet you this man went home afterwards to his wife. And like that's exposing these women that they date and these women that they're married to a slew of STDs, infections, HIV. One thing in Blackistan too, I don't think you guys realize, if you're constantly having like bacterial infections or your pH balance is off, that's because that man is fucking slinging dick to anyone who will take it. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Here's another one. And by the way, before I play this, shout out to Your Truth Be Told on Twitter. Sometimes I think that I'm going to run out of daily content to talk about, but then I'm reminded about accounts like this. This motherfucker, I don't know if whoever owns this account, they have to be a gay man, because he has so many posts and so many stories about these closeted men who are just engage in disgusting activity. He'll have posts about like pastors and all sorts of really prominent people who are in the limelight, and here they are, secretly sucking dick. So yeah, I'd encourage you to follow this account if you can. I'm pretty sure, because this is exclusive stuff, like you're not going to find this by Googling. I'm pretty sure he charges a fee for you to follow now. But when I tell you, if you want a good kiki, this account is it. So Here's another one of these bucks. Ugh. I don't know if you can see, but ugh. These nasty nakers are sucking dick in public at a store. See, masculine presenting men, and they fucking each other. Ugh. In a dressing room, it looks like. This is gross. Okay. Last one, and this one is not as disturbing, but still pretty disturbing. Let's see. So this is just goofy as fuck. Okay. So I don't know what the hell this is. Honestly, these men look like they could be in prison, but when like it don't make sense for a group full of grown ass men who claim they're heterosexual to be in a room full of other men shaking their dick. But he doing that because he's advertising. This buck is advertising, you know, his booty hole and his peen, trying to get his next suitor. So this is just silly. And one thing I'll say before we keep going too is this is clearly in another country. So this is abroad somewhere. So that's I hear like a lot of women, African women, a lot of women from the Caribbean say, don't think it's just limited to Black American males who are like this. No, it's across the board. So when these women on content creators try to tell you, oh, just you can date Black men, just date Black men from other nationalities, you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay, so let's get on to our next story. Oh, shoot, I didn't close the link out. Damn. Okay. So our next story is about Mr. C finally coming out and openly admitting that he likes transsexuals. And if you're unfamiliar with Mr. C, he is a notable, well-known DJ from New York who was exposed a while back by a content creator that I really enjoy, Bimbo Winehouse. He's a cross-dresser who was on a host show and recorded Mr. C approaching him and asking him for head, asking to pay him for head. And he was negotiating prices to get another man to suck his dick. So this is a shorter clip. Let's watch this one.
Story, you know I am. You know what I do. My story is well documented. I just wanted to know how you got that.
I absolutely. Strictly women.
Okay.
So, I like that. That's cool. But
so people
you like tranny stuff.
That's what I do. Bro.
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
He's proud. Talking about that's what I do, smiling and laughing and shit. This is a mess.
I mean, I've answered that question way back when I got arrested in 2011 and 2013. Yeah, I know we got new people. I consider myself trisexual. I'll try anything.
Ew. He's talking about he considers himself trisexual. Ladies, when men say that means they'll try anything. Men, women, children, animals. So that's what he means by trisexual. Don't let him fool you.
I respect it. I'll try anything. Not anything. Not literally not anything. But the point I'm making is that the only thing I've done with transsexuals is that I got top head from transsexual.
Ugh.
I never penetrated.
Never hit a nigga.
No.
Never hit a nigga. Never.
No.
Never hit a nigga.
No.
Not one time.
No. Never in my life. Never had sexual intercourse with a transsexual.
But what is the thing with transsexuals? Like, because it's a man, so it's like because this footage, right? Where it's like this dude taped you, right? And y'all like haggling over the prices of head, right? So it's like.
Well, let me correct you. It wasn't a dude that taped me. Transsexual.
Okay. It's
I don't want them to get at you.
Get at me.
It was a transsexual woman that taped me. It was not a man.
He's a liar. He's a liar. Bimbo Winehouse, if you do a Google search, he openly identifies as a man. He just throws on a wig because he knows that if he dresses like a woman, if he puts on a wig, if he puts on a dress, that he'll easily attract these niggers. So no, he's not talking about a trans woman or someone who identifies as a woman. This is another man. And I think it's interesting too, because remember Malik Yoba was like that, got really, really adamant about, saying that he likes trans women. And it's because these men are delusional and they want to normalize it. They want to normalize it and they want to distance themselves instead of just actually admitting that they're gay and that they're homosexuals. So let's watch the rest of the clip.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to learn from the master?
It's the master. So.
Because I don't want you to get, because they will get at you. If you don't talk the right terminology,
I have a problem.
You will have problems.
Okay, so a transsexual female tapes you, basically haggling over head prices and where to do it at and all this other stuff. Like, so what I'm asking you is that my question is like, do you prefer that it's a man that looks like a woman? That used to be that looks like a woman, or
Mano, stop being different. That's what a transsexual woman is.
So
It's a man that's dressed like a woman.
Right, but is that what you like, though?
Yes. I already made that clear. Where we going here?
I really respect your honesty.
Lord Jesus, that's a mess. And I bet you, I don't know, I don't follow Mr. C, I'm not a fan, but I bet you there's probably a documented history of him being with women and numerous girlfriends and, exposing them to this bullshit while he sneaks off and gets his dick sucked by other men. And I think it's just so interesting. Another story. So I told you guys I recently went to Atlanta. So the whole idea was to get away so I could kind of recharge and disconnect and relax. And so I went to a bunch of spas and did some hiking and things like that. And I also decided to go to a bathhouse. And so apparently bathhouses are like some ancient Korean tradition or something. And it's interesting. It's fun. It's relaxing. So what you do is they have like saunas and jacuzzis in there. And the saunas will have each one will have a different, there's a steam room. Another one will have Himalayan salt in there so you can meditate and relax. There was another one that had oils and different things to help you unwind. And the reason why I say it's interesting is because it's full nudity. So it's bizarre. It's separated by gender, of course. So women on one side and then men on the other side. And the women, they were fine. I mean, we're not. It was different. But, there were groups of women, looked like a bachelorette party, looked like, just women wanting to relax and unwind. Well, I'll never forget, I was getting dressed and I heard an employee come in and talk about how 4 men had came in with their wives and they caught them fucking each other. Yeah. So these couples literally came together and then the woman went off to the women's side and the men went off to the guy's side and they caught the 4 of them having sex with one another. And this is what I mean. These men are, and this was in Atlanta, of course. So like I said, that's the land of milk and honey for these gay men, these closeted gay men. But yeah, they probably do that regularly. And even gyms and stuff, they said, I hear gay people talk a lot about how it's very, very easy. A lot of gay men just go to the gym and then they'll find other gay men and will have sex in the locker rooms. I remember reading a story about one guy who owned a gym and talked about how he got so flustered and so frustrated because the shower drains kept getting clogged because there was so much semen in there. So yeah, these bucks are common. They're all across Blackistan, all throughout. So beware. So let's get into this last video clip. So Lil Nas X, he's an openly gay rapper. So he's better than these closeted thugs who are secretly fairies and secretly like to get their butt plugged. He recently created and released a very, very disturbing video. Now, this is a lot. So I encourage you, if you're spiritual or if you're sensitive to, you know, I don't know, things that have like religious implications, you might want to log off. But yeah, let's get through this. Okay.
Making pieces available on my online store has helped me sustain my practice.
I'm gonna fast forward it. Here, this is him on a stripper pole. Let's turn that off, and I'm gonna exit out of that because I get weird juju off of that, and I'm gonna have to burn some sage or something because this is disgusting. Okay, so yeah, so we just watched Lil Nas X busting it open, twerking, and simulating having sex with a male demon. So yeah, this is very disturbing stuff. I will give him credit because he's openly gay. A lot of these motherfuckers are in denial, so at least he's openly gay. But I truly do believe that Blackistan, they get triggered by stuff like that. Because a lot of them, the majority of them, these apes are turned on by that type of content and they don't like it. It agitates them. So I know that was a lot today. But truly, we need to profile and expose these bucks. That way, you know, I can just remind you guys, please beware. Beware. Blackistan is inundated with weirdos like this who pretend like they like women, but all the while they getting their dick sucked by their niggas. So that's it for me today. Until next time, see you guys.